At the moment it's about 20 to 12 on Saturday. I've had the remains of yesterday's pizza for breakfast. James made me a cup of tea. I've also had some Pepsi, so I feel like I'm about to burp. At this precise second in time, I'm doing some editing. James is next door on a work call. He needed to be part of the call to help with some technical stuff. He's not actually involved in the call in any other way. But he said, that's all right, once everybody else is happy with the technical stuff, I will just disappear. But he's been on the call for 45 minutes now, and I was expecting him to disappear a bit sooner. I need to get in the shower and get dressed, but of course all my clothes are next door in the bedroom, and I don't want to go in there and disturb James while he's working. Once he's finished that, however, he will be home for the holidays, all 3 days of them. So James has just finished his work meeting. He's provided whatever technical assistance, but is available if needed. He decided that Boddington was going to be in camera, in view, but not with his mask on, because that would be too weird. I genuinely have no idea how Gromit came into the fore. But yes, both these gentlemen have been basically doing the meeting on James's behalf, because James decided he wasn't going to appear on camera. He was going to leave it to Boddington and Gromit. Actually, Gromit makes sense, because Gromit is very technical. I think Gromit probably would be more use than Boddington. So this morning we were going to go out for a walk, then we realised that the weather was being a bit funny. It didn't seem to know what it was doing, and we sure as heck didn't. So apparently there was a big rain shower this morning. There have been slightly smaller ones this afternoon, probably lots of rainbows somewhere, but for that reason we have abandoned the idea of going for a walk today, to be postponed until tomorrow. And I see my brain is now going, there was no chance of a walk that day, and I was glad of it, although I'm not. Anyway, walk is going to be tomorrow. Monday we're hoping to have a barbecue. I got an email yesterday to say that the second order that I put in at the beginning of the month, I put 2 separate orders in for haberdashery and fabricy type stuff. The second order had been dispatched, and sort of mid-morning there was a knock on the door, and I was like, gosh, that's a bit quick. And it was a nice friendly man just saying, compost. I was like, oh. We haven't had an email or any kind of notification from the garden centre that the compost was going to be delivered today. But it has been, and it's now in the garden. James has gone to Asda and come back. He's got meat for the barbecue, because to be completely honest, it's better for him to buy the meat that he likes rather than leaving it to me, the vegetarian. And he is now setting up my laptop for a family Zoom call, which should be starting in about 10-15 minutes. Which is going to be quite exciting for me, because it's a long time since I've seen my nephews. So we are trying to sort out the bread bin.
Bread maker.
Bread maker. All right, fair point. We are trying to sort out the bread maker. Ooh, I just realised you can see the sky and reflected in my glasses. It's all sunny and blue. That's actually really cool. Right. You can't see how grubby the windows are. Anyway, we're sorting out the bread maker. James has been cutting it with his drill bits and the attached angle grinders or wheels or the cutty things.
Yeah.
I've been going up behind with the hoover to try and clear up random bits of plastic that are flying everywhere. And this is my eye protection. In fairness, I probably should have a mask on, or my buff or something for mouth protection, but eyes were the important ones.
It's easier to see on this one. It's got bigger teeth.
Oh yeah, so teeth are one way around. Oh yes.
So you've got to make sure A, you put it in the drill the right way, and B that you turn to the right way, because if it turns the wrong way, all that happens is the screw will undo. There you go. You're just about to do what I was...
Oh, it's actually, there is a lot of give in there.
It is. I think it's there. If you have a feel.
Okay.
But...
Oh, yeah.
So
it's down, yeah. Yeah.
There.
Just about there, yeah.
Righto. Right.
So if we had something to leave it under that end, could we more or less get it up now?
I'm not... Well, actually, should we try that? Let's see what we get. Yeah, I think... Why not? Oh, yes. That's not... There's not happy about that belt, is there?
Not easily.
And I think the motor spindle may have gone off centre, which means it's less likely that it's fixable.
So we know the spindle is here. Please don't cut my fingers off, lovely. James was worried about breaking into the spindle, but now we've been able to prop open this bit. He can see the spindle, he can see the size, he knows what he's avoiding with trying to get this up. And again, I'm not sure what has or hasn't videoed. The belt doesn't look particularly happy, but also, was it the spindle you said was off kilter?
The spindle might be off centre, which means the motor might be damaged. We'll see, you know. And if it was, this was never going to work anyway, so we carry on.
So yeah, we may still end up with a new bread machine after all. I mean, if we can find anywhere they're stocking them.
Yeah, right. Back to the drilling. Give it a go. Might need a little persuasion, but...
Oh my word.
Right, so...
Put it this way, if I had that on a Swift or a ball winder, I'd be rescaling.
Right, so firstly...
That's just...
Yeah, that belt has totally perished away, hasn't it?
So the spindle looks straight.
It does look straight. So, again, what we'll do is we will get this off the spindle. We'll turn the bread maker on and see if the motor itself spins, once we clear all of this away. Because it looks as though the remains of the belt has just got wrapped around the spindle here. So we're going to cut that out.
Yep, like I said, if it was on a ball winder, I'd be rewinding.
Abandoning. So... Yeah, look, these are not even... Well, so that moves freely now. That's a good sign.
There's this one.
It's this. So I think what may have happened then is it's just the plastic has just sheared away from this. Look at it. It's all... oh boy.
But if you look at it, if you feel it, it's all gummed up.
It's all gummed up. So
it to me... It looks like it's got all gummed up around here.
Yeah, and that's gone into the motor.
Which has then got clagged up with the string, the belt.
Yeah.
You almost need the knife to kind of cut it that ways.
I was going to do a bit more cleaning to get some more of that dust out, so... No. The other two things I'm aware of is, firstly, if it works, we want to get all the plastic out, because otherwise the first few loaves of bread will taste of burnt plastic, because it will heat up and...
Well, the low taste of it, or will the kitchen just smell of it?
Well, the kitchen will smell of it, but yeah. And the second thing is, I will tidy around that edge, but let's get this bit done first, because then we can test the motor and know whether it's worth carrying on.
Oh, golly, look at that. Ugh. Does my bread machine look big in this? Oh, look, there's a knot there.
Yeah, it's just melted, isn't it? And
I don't know what has or hasn't happened. My logic, which may or may not work, is if I get rid of the bits of dust,
it will all fall apart
around the string. It will loosen the string and make it easier to undo.
And it might just be a case of pulling it off layer by layer.
And that's exactly what it's going to have to be. Just talk amongst yourself while I do this. And I'm just dropping the stuff on the floor so it doesn't get into the machine.
I wonder, when you reach a convenient point,
Yeah.
We should have a Hoover up and we should try turning it on and see if the motor turns. Because actually there's no point in carrying on if the motor doesn't turn.
Whilst I wasn't recording, James has pressed some buttons on the bread maker and has had no response. So at the moment, in absence of evidence to prove us wrong, or to prove James wrong, because I really don't know what I'm looking for, we think, or he thinks, that the motor's burnt out.
Caused by the belt clogging up.
Yeah, which isn't surprising, but yeah,
okay,
annoying. Well. First world problems. So, to summarise, James has had a look at the circuit board. He can't see anything obvious that's burnt out there. There is a starter, which he... What was it you said about the starter?
It's either a starter or a choke or a large capacitor, which is plugged in series, I think, with the motor. And it's the only big discrete component. So, if the motor's gone and it burnt something out, that would be my guess as to what it burnt out. But this is all conjecture, so we will see if I have a look online whether I can learn a bit more.
Yeah, we're kind of at a hiatus at the moment. Push your glasses up, my lovely. We're at a hiatus at the moment, and I think I've got a bit of plastic in the back of my throat. Just tidying up the bits and pieces that are on the floor now. The bread bin's unplugged. It's not high voltage anyway, so we're not going to get electric shocks off it. James has gone through and tidied up the edge, so we're not going to cut our hands on the plastic of it. And I need to get the Hoover out again. No, it still doesn't work. I need to get the Hoover out again. So it's the end of Saturday. I did mean to do this in the bathroom where there was some light, and I've only just remembered to do it when I'm in bed. The reason you can't see anything is because there's no lights on, and my camera isn't very good. Genuinely, I couldn't even tell you if I'm taking a selfie or pointing at my laundry bin. Anyway, end of Saturday. It's been a good day. We've got plans. I've got an idea of what we're doing for the rest of the weekend. We had a family WhatsApp. I got to chat to my elder nephew very, very briefly because he was very busy making a firefighting seaplane out of Lego. Younger nephew is absolutely cute as a button and was quite keen on knocking the laptop or the phone or whatever it was so that all we could see was a picture of the ceiling. But he's not the greatest of conversationalists. And then this evening we watched Kinky Boots, which James hasn't seen. I recorded it at the beginning of the month. I was going to watch it on my own earlier on in the month, but just sort of didn't get round to it. So James watched it. I'd forgotten what a good film it is. Absolutely loved it. And that's kind of about it. Oh yes, we did lots with the bread making machine. Haven't come to a conclusion as to what the actual problem is, but we are closer to finding out. And that's Saturday. 2 more days of the holiday to go.